Okay, this isn't creepy at all. We house the galaxy's largest collection of fauna, relics, and species of all manner. I present to you, Tanelier Tyven, the Collector. How wonderful to meet in the flesh. Let's bypass the formalities, Tyven. We have what we discussed. What is that thing there? I never thought I'd meet a Groot. You must allow me to pay you now so that I may own your carcass. At the moment of your death, of course. Why, so he could turn you into a frickin' chair. We have been halfway around the galaxy, retrieving this orb. Let us see what you brought. 3 Cornix batteries, 7 cases of Katati seeds. You shall send a message for me. Before creation itself, there were 6 singularities. Then the universe exploded into existence. And the remnants of these systems were forged into concentrated ingots. These stones, it seems, can only be brandished by beings of extraordinary strength. These carriers can use the stone to mow down entire civilizations like wheat in a field. There's a little pea coming out of me right now. Once, for a moment, a group was able to share the energy amongst themselves. But even they were quickly destroyed by it. Beyond compare. We're all very fascinated, Whitey. But we'd like to get paid. How would you like to get paid? I will no longer be your slave. How could I think Tyven could contain whatever was within the orb? What do you still have it for? What are we gonna do, leave it in there? I can't believe you had that in your purse. It's not a purse, it's a knapsack. We have to bring this to the Nova Corps. There's a chance they can contain it. We're wanted by the Nova Corps. Just give it to Ronan. So he can destroy the galaxy? What are you, some saint all of a sudden? What has the galaxy ever done for you? Why would you want to save it? Because I'm one of the idiots who lives in it. We cannot allow the stone to fall into Ronan's hands. We have to go back to your ship, and deliver it to Nova. Or we could give it to somebody who's not going to arrest us. Who's really nice for a whole lot of money. I think it's a really good balance between both of your points of view. You're despicable. Dishonorable. Faithless. I shall meet my foe and destroy him. You called Ronan? Don't you move. Get out of the way. Ronan the accuser. You are the one who transmitted the message? I told you, you can't fit. Now, wait here. I'll be back. It is Gamora. She is escaping with the orb. Nebula, retrieve the orb. The stone is in the furthest pod. Bring it down. Rocket, keep them off Gamora until she gets to the Milano. How? We've got no weaponry on these things. These pods are industrial grade. They're nearly indestructible. Not against necroblasts, they're not. That's not what I'm saying. Let me borrow your ride. I don't recall killing your family. I doubt I'll remember killing you either. Quill, I'm trapped. I can't make it to the Milano. I have to head out. Wait, these things aren't meant to go out there. You are a disappointment, sister. Of all our siblings, I hated you least. If Ronan gets this stone, he'll kill us all. Not all. You will already be dead. Her body mods should keep her alive a couple more minutes. But there's nothing we can do for her. These pods aren't meant to be out here. In a second, we're gonna be in the same boat. My coordinates are 227K 324. Just outside nowhere. If you're there, come get me. I'm all yours. Quill, don't be ridiculous. Get back into your pod. You can't fit 2 people in there. You're gonna die. You'll die in seconds. I saw you out there. I don't know what came over me. But I couldn't let you die. I found something inside of myself. Blasted idiot. They're all idiots. Quill just got himself captured. None of this ever would have happened if you didn't try to single-handedly take on a frickin' army. All the anger, all the rage, was just to cover my loss. Oh, I don't care if it's mean. Everybody's got dead people. It's no excuse to get everybody else dead along the way. The only chance we got is to get to the other side of the universe. As fast as we can, and maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to live full lives before that whack job ever gets there. I know they're the only friends that we ever had. But there's an army of ravagers around them. And there's only 2 of us. The orb is in my possession, as I promised. Bring it to me. Yes, that was our agreement. Bring you the orb, and you will destroy Xander for me. However, now that I know it contains an infinity stone, I wonder what use I have for you. I would reconsider your current course. Thanos is the most powerful being in the universe. Not anymore. You call me boy. I will unfurl 1,000 years of Kree justice on Xander, and burn it to its core. I am coming for you. After Xander, you are going to kill my father? You dare to oppose me? You see what he has turned me into. If you kill him, I will help you destroy 1,000 planets. You betray me? Stop it. Leave him alone. When I picked you up as a kid, these boys wanted to eat you. They ain't never tasted Terran before. I saved your life. Oh, will you shut up about that? God. 20 years, you've been throwing that in my face, like it's some great thing, not eating me. Normal people don't even think about eating someone else. Much less that person having to be grateful for it. You abducted me, man. You stole me from my home and from my family. You don't give a damn about your Terra. You're scared because you're soft in here. Ronan has something called an infinity stone. I know what he's got, girl. Then you know we must get it back. He's gonna use it to wipe out Xander. We have to warn them. Billions of people will perish. Is that what she's been filling your head with, boy? Eating away your brain like maggots. But a captain's gotta teach his men what happens to those what cross him. Captain's gotta teach stuff. If you kill me now, you are saying goodbye to the biggest score you have ever seen. I hope you got something better than that. Because ain't nobody stealing from Ronan. We got a ringer. Is that right? She knows everything there is to know about Ronan. His ships, his army. He's vulnerable. Hey, what do you say, Yondu, huh? Me and you, taking down a mark side by side, like the old days. You always did have a scrote, boy. That's why I kept you on as a young'un. Captain, the shot was non-damaging. The lunatic on top of this craft is holding a Hadron Enforcer. It's a weapon of my own design. If you don't hand over our companions now, he's gonna tear your ship a new one. I ain't buyin' it. I'm giving you to the count of 5. Rocket, it's me, for God's sakes. We figured it out. We're fine. What's going on? You call that, figured it out? We're gonna rob the guys who just beat us senseless. Oh, you want to talk about senseless? How about trying to save us by blowing us up? We were only gonna blow you up if they didn't turn you over. And how on earth were they gonna turn us over? When you only gave them a count of 5? We didn't have time to work out the minutiae of the plan. This is what we get for acting altruistically. They are ungrateful. What's important now is we get the Ravager's army to help us save Xander. So we can give the stone to Yondu, who's just gonna sell to somebody even worse. We'll figure that part out later. We have to stop Ronan. You've got a plan? First of all, you're copying me from when I said I had a plan. People say that all the time. It's not that unique of a thing to say. Secondly, I don't even believe you have a plan. I have part of a plan. What percentage of a plan do you have? You don't get to ask questions after the nonsense you pulled on Nowhere. I just saved Quill. We've already established that you destroying the ship that I'm on is not saving me. When did we establish it? Like 3 seconds ago. I wasn't listening. I was thinking of something else. She's right. You don't get an opinion. That's a fake laugh. That is the most real, authentic, hysterical laugh of my entire life because that is not a plan. It's barely a concept. You're taking their side? So what, it's better than 11%. What the hell does that have to do with anything? See? Groot's the only one of you who has a clue. Yondu is gonna be here in 2 seconds. He expects to hear this big plan of ours. I look around at us. You know what I see? I mean, like, folks who have lost stuff. And, usually, life takes more than it gives. But not today. Today, it's given us something. It has given us a chance. To do what? To give a shit. For once. Not run away. I, for one, am not gonna stand by and watch. As Ronan wipes out billions of innocent lives. You're asking us to die. I have lived most my life surrounded by my enemies. I will be grateful to die among my friends. You are an honorable man, Quill. I will fight beside you. And in the end, I will see my wife and daughter again. I don't got that long a lifespan, anyway. Now I'm standing. Y'all happy? We're all standing up now. Bunch of jackasses, standing in a circle. The stone reacts to anything organic. The bigger the target, the bigger the power surge. All Ronan's got to do is touch the stone to the planet's surface and zap. So Ronan does not make the surface. Rocket will lead a team to blow a hole in the Dark Aster's starboard hull. Then, our craft and Yondu's will enter. Won't there be hundreds of Sakaran soldiers inside? I think of Sakaran as paper people. Once they know we're on board, Ronan will isolate himself behind impenetrable security doors on deck, which I can disable by dismantling the power source. We'll make it to the flight deck, and I'll use the Hadron Enforcer to kill Ronan. Use these devices to contain it. If you touch it, it will kill you. I'll contact one of the Nova officers who arrested us. Hopefully, they'll believe we're there to help. There's one more thing we need to complete the plan. That guy's eye. No, seriously, I need it. It's important to me. Ronan's fleet has been spotted, and will arrive in T-15 minutes. At the end of all this, I get the stone. You cross me, we kill you all. Let's go get M, boys. This is a terrible plan. Hey, you're the one who said you wanted to die among friends. I received a transmission from one of the Ravagers. He says Ronan's in possession of something called an Infinity Stone and he's headed toward Xander. Did he say why we should believe him? He said his crew just escaped from prison. So he'd have no other reason to risk coming to Xander to help. He says that he's an a-hole. But he's not, and I'm quoting him, here, 100% a dick. Do you believe him? I don't know that I believe anyone is 100% a dick, ma'am. I mean, do you believe that he is here to help? A fleet approaches. They appear to be Ravagers. Cover it down. Submerge. All pilots, dive. They're beneath us. Evacuate the city. Our priority is to get our people away from the battle. Forward thrust, now. No more games with me, boy. I'll see you at the end of this. There are too many of them, Rocket. We'll never make it up there. This is Denarian Sol of the Nova Corps. For the record, I advised against trusting you here. They got my dick message. Prove me wrong. We're just like Kevin Bacon. The starboard kern has been breached. We have been boarded. Continue our approach. But the Nova Corps have engaged. None of that will matter once we reach the surface. Seal security doors. Get out of my way. All Nova pilots, interlock and form a blockade. The Dark Aster must not reach the ground. We're locked in. I can barely see. When did you learn to do that? Pretty sure the answer is I am Groot. The flight deck is 300 meters this way. I want you all to know that I am grateful for your acceptance after my blunders. It is pleasing to once again have friends. Gamora, look at what you have done. You have always been weak. Nobody talks to my friends like that. Head to the flight deck. I'll shut down the power to the security doors. Order your men to turn on the Nova Corps. Enough nonsense, Ravager. Enough of this. Necrocraft pilots, enact immolation initiative. They're dive-bombing the city. Denarian Sol, should we break formation? No. Hold your positions. Keep Ronan up there, Sol. We'll take care of the people down here. I can't believe I'm taking orders from a hamster. You will never make it to Ronan. Everybody shoot them before they hit the ground. Finger to the throat means death. You stand accused. Your wretched peace treaty will not save you now. It is the tinder on which you burn. The city's been evacuated, but we're getting our asses kicked down here. Gamora hasn't opened the door. Sister, help us fight Ronan. I was mistaken. I do remember your family. Their screams were pitiful. I called him an idiot. You're guardians of the galaxy. What fruit have they wrought? Only that my father and his father shall finally know vengeance. People of Xandar, the time has come to rejoice and renounce your paltry gods. Your salvation is at hand. Listen to these words. Now bring it down hard. Dance off, bro, me and you. Subtle, take it back. I'm distracting you, you big turd blossom. You said it yourself, bitch. We're the guardians of the galaxy. Quite the light show. Ain't this sweet? But you got some business to attend to before all the nookie starts. You gotta reconsider this, Yondu. I don't know who you're selling this to. But the only way the universe can survive is if you give it to the Nova Corps. I may be as pretty as an angel, but I sure as hell ain't one. Hand it over, son. Do not open that orb. You know that, right? You've seen what it does to people. Yeah, Quill turned out okay. It's probably good we didn't deliver him to his dad like we was hired to do. Yeah, that guy was a jackass. He is gonna be so pissed when he realizes I switched out the orb on him. He was gonna kill you, Peter. But he was about the only family I had. Why would you even know this? When we arrested you, we noticed an anomaly in your nervous system, so we had it checked out. I'm not Terran. You are half Terran. Your mother was of Earth. Your father, well, he's something very ancient we've never seen here before. That could be why you were able to hold the stone for as long as you did. Your friends have arrived. On behalf of the Nova Corps, we'd like to express our profound gratitude for your help in saving Xandar. If you will follow Denarian Day, he has something to show you. Your wife and child shall rest well knowing that you have avenged them. Of course, Ronan was only a puppet. It's really Thanos I need to kill. We tried to keep it as close to the original as possible. We salvaged as much as we could. They're alive because of you. Your criminal records have also been expunged. However, I have to warn you against breaking any laws in the future. What if I see something that I want to take, and it belongs to someone else? You will be arrested. But what if I want it more than the person who has it? It's still illegal. That doesn't follow. No, I want it more, sir. Do you understand? What are you laughing at? Why? I can't have a discussion with this gentleman.